Hello, welcome to Save U.S. Taxes Legally. I'm going to start off with three simple questions. Number one, do you want to leave a legacy for future generations? Number two, do you want to save taxes year after year, generations after generations? Number three, do you want to learn the secret of the rich? If you answered yes to all three questions, you're in the right location. The Spendthrift Trust is legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. It's been in front of the United States Supreme Court on two separate occasions. You can't get more legal than this. So let's get into this. With the Spendthrift Trust, let me start off. Imagine saving 4, 5, 6 figures in taxes every single year. You could use this money to put back into your business, pay off your mortgage, buy a new car, take your family on a well-deserved vacation, give to charity, or to save for retirement, or do all those at the same time. Imagine all lawsuits become frivolous and go away. How much time, money, anxiety, worry just disappear. It's amazing. Imagine nobody knows what you own, how much you own, what you do with what you own, and how much you sell it for. This is what the Spendthrift Trust can do for you. Welcome to Save U.S. Taxes Legally. My name is Sally Gimmon. I'm the owner of www.thetrustisyou.com in a free class on the Great Discovery. You go out to www.sallygimmon.com. You'll get a presentation very similar to what I'm doing right now. You'll get 3 articles from Forbes magazine that I did not write. You'll get 2 pages of case law so you can research the Spendthrift Trust. You're going to get currently a chart showing somebody filing single, making $80,000, how much they'll save in all 50 states. I'm changing that, a new year, a new thing. And clients saving thousands of dollars every year. This is not taught in schools. I want to teach you the secret of the rich. Now, I believe every U.S. investor needs to know this information. Every U.S. business owner, U.S. franchisee owner, U.S. entrepreneur, and U.S. 1099 income earners. So if you are a real estate agent, an insurance broker, maybe you're an independent truck driver, maybe you have an Amazon store, maybe you have I don't know, a digital marketing company, you could be saving thousands of dollars year after year, generation after generation. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why hasn't my CPA told me about this? Why hasn't my financial advisor told me about this? That's a very good question. There are over 1 million attorneys in the United States, and only 4% are trust attorneys. This is a trust, or trust attorneys, and what textbook they study in law school is called Scott and Asher on Trusts, 5th edition. You can also find out about the Spendthrift Trust in Black's Law Dictionary. Maybe you can find it online or in a law library. This is legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. It's been in front of the United States Supreme Court on 2 separate occasions. Now, I want you to research this. When you research Tax Code 643B, you will find a letter, an opinion letter, dated September 11th, 2018 from the IRS. They do not like Tax Code 643B, and they do not agree with the Irrevocable, Complex, Discretionary Spendthrift Trust. That's okay. IRS can't change the tax code. Only Congress can change the tax code. Too many U.S. presidents, senators, congresspeople have the Spendthrift Trust. They know the secret. They're not changing it. The only thing they're doing is raising taxes, raising taxes, raising taxes. So let's get into a little bit of history about this. This comes from England way back when King Henry VIII, that famous king who chopped off his wives' heads, started the Church of England, I think 1534. I might have that wrong. He started the Church of England, and he went to go tax the lords and ladies of England. They went further back to the Magna Carta in the 13th century and said, oh, no, 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 King Henry VIII, you can't do this. It's contract law that came to the colonies while we were still part of England, and it's started ever since then. Our current tax code that we are under went into effect February of 1913, 111 years ago. And at that time, the super rich families, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, the Kennedys, they made sure they could save taxes. But guess what? If they can save taxes, we can save taxes. Um, the law firm I work on behalf of is 77 years old. It was started by Paul Benson, a Harvard law professor who wrote 5 separate trusts. Today we're going to talk about 2 of the main trusts, but if you have questions about the other 3, don't hesitate to let me know. Now his grandson and great-grandson run the law firm, so the name has changed, but they have the copyright on all 5 trusts, and the 5 trusts will save you in 3 very important ways. Listen up. Number 1, you're going to save taxes year after year, generation after generation. Who doesn't want to do that? Number 2, it's going to keep your information completely private. There is a false rumor out there that your LLC, S Corp, or C Corp does that. I'm a real estate investor. That's what they told me. No, 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 no. Anyone can go online to the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission of your state and research LLCs, S Corps, and C Corps. I didn't realize this until I Googled it. 40% of LLCs, S Corps, and C Corps get sued every year. Yikes. When I started my trust, I shut down 6 LLCs. Number 3, talking about lawsuits. All your assets are into the trust, and if someone tries to sue you, you're worth nothing. So all lawsuits become frivolous and fall away. True story. One of my clients has 100 doors in Chicago. We could just use a first name, Patrick. I have not seen his RV, but knowing Patrick's taste, it's one of those big, huge, beautiful $250,000 RVs. 2024, summer of 2024, he could not slow down for an accident. He hit the car in front of him that pushed that car to the front of him, it pushed her into the car in front of her. His insurance card that covered everything, because it's his fault, his insurance card showed the trust name. Patrick's Illinois driver's license showed Patrick's name and home address. 6 weeks after the accident, he gets a lawsuit for $500,000 for pain and suffering. She knew about the beautiful RV, but did not know about his 100 doors in Chicago. Patrick calls me. I'm like, Patrick, the only thing you have to do, I've got the name of the attorney, send the first page of the trust to that attorney, and it'll go away. Patrick's like, Sally, you're saving me thousands of dollars. Thank you so much. So 3 ways: save taxes year after year, generation after generation, keep your information completely private, and all lawsuits become frivolous and go away. So now, I want to show this to you because so few people know about taxes, because we don't talk about death and taxes. There are 4 different ways to file. Single, most expensive way. Head of household. Married jointly, cheapest way. And married separately. And there's 7 different tax brackets from 10% to 37%. The more money you make, the more money you pay. Most people are aware of that. Now, I also want to show this to you. Oops, go down. This is a current, what NerdWallet is saying, how much taxes are going up from 2024 to 2025. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what President Trump's going to do when he gets into office. This is current data. So if you made $100,000 in 2024 filing single, you will pay an extra $1,566 in 2025. Head of household pays an additional $1,518. Married jointly pays less at $1,183. Married separate, it's going to pay a lot more, $1,691. Again, this will probably change when President Trump takes office. I don't have a crystal ball. So, the Spendthrift Trust, and like I said, let me go back to this. The IRS talked about it: irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor, spendthrift trust. Let's go through all those elements. Irrevocable. It goes from generation to generation. The Rockefeller Spendthrift Trust is 7 generations old and has almost 400 people under the same EIN, or employee identification number, your tax ID number. Each individual files a separate 1041 tax return, and the money is not commingled. Irrevocable. Complex. This trust can hold money from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, decade to decade, century to century. 97% of the trusts sold in the United States are what my mom and dad had, what Susie Orman talks about on PBS television, the family trust or the living trust. There's nothing wrong with the family trust or living trust. It's designed to avoid probate and then it dissolves and goes away. What I'm talking about is not your mom and dad's trust. This is what the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, and the Kennedys have. So irrevocable, complex, discretionary. Whoever's the trustee or trustees can make the rules for the beneficiaries when they're alive, and there's no infighting or contesting the will in court afterwards. Another true story. One of my client, husband and wife who have 4 apartment buildings in Los Angeles, have their adult daughter living in one of the apartments who has a slight problem. She can continue to live there rent-free if she passes 4 random drug tests per month. She actually took her mom and dad to federal court to sue them. The judge read over the court papers and he told her, you have 2 options. Option 1, pass the random drug test, live rent-free. Option 2, move out, start paying rent and get rentals insurance, but it's your decision. I do not want to be invited to the Thanksgiving dinner. Irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor. When my mom and dad started their family trust, they were the grantors or the settlers. When they pass away, that trust dissolved and all the money had to be dispersed. With the non-grantor, you will have someone who is not a beneficiary or a trustee sign up to be the grantor or the settler of the trust and then sign themselves away. This is not a speed bump, but you will need their social security number. With this, it makes the trust completely private. Nobody knows who owns it or where it is. And then finally, spendthrift, irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor spendthrift. This has been in front of the United States Supreme Court on 2 separate occasions. This is as legal can be. So let me tell you a little bit of my story. My watershed month for me was October 2018. I'm living in Phoenix, Arizona, working as a Medicare broker, and my oldest nephew was getting married in Charlotte, North Carolina, October 28, 2018. If you know anything about Medicare, open enrollment is from October 7th to December 5th. Everyone can change their plans. I've been working for them for over a year, and I requested the Friday before the wedding and the Monday after the wedding off because I had friends and family coming in from all over the world. I was denied. I didn't like my job, and now they're telling me I can't take my own vacation time? Not good. I'm driving to work 7 o'clock in the morning a week later in my brand new little sports car with a moonroof. Love that car. Driving to work. If you know Phoenix, I'm on Indian School Road. I'm the second car through on a green light. Some idiot runs a red light, T-bones me on my passenger side. Thank God I'm not injured, but Mr. Idiot had no insurance. I had uninsured motorist coverage, but not enough to cover the loan. And I had to get a second loan. So now I have 2 car payments. I went from being comfortable to eating ramen noodles twice a week like I did in college, and I'm 53 years old. Not the life I want to be leading. And the third thing that happened, I lived in Phoenix. My mom and dad lived in Goodyear, Arizona, 25 miles west of Phoenix. They drove from Goodyear, Arizona to Charlotte for the wedding and were supposed to be gone for 2 weeks. Thursday before the wedding, my father calls me to say my mom's in the emergency room. He's not sure what's wrong, but let me know. I worked on the Friday before the wedding till 8 o'clock at night, drive myself to Sky Harbor Airport, take a red eye out to Charlotte. Family tradition, we go out to IHOP for breakfast. Several family members were there, and then my dad drove me to the hospital to see my mom. I walked in on the priest giving my mom last rites. I wasn't ready for that. Then that afternoon, go to this fantastic wedding, ate too much, drank too much, danced too much, everything. Sunday, my sister-in-law puts on this beautiful brunch for all of us. My dad takes me back to the hospital, see my mom, and then I had to fly back to Phoenix at 2 o'clock because I had to be at work 6 a.m. Monday morning. Whirlwind weekend. Now, it ended up my mom got septic of the blood or blood poisoning. She was on the ventilator for 13 months, in a hospital for 15 months. Thank God she got better and came home. But they had to do open heart surgery on her, take out her pacemaker, put in a new pacemaker. So my dad stayed with my mom for 9 months in Charlotte, going to the hospital every day. He had planned to be gone for 2 weeks. I was going out to their house once a week to do the mail. First week of December, there was a letter that was 27 pages thick that was my mom's Medicare statement. emergency room, and 1 month on a ventilator, and everything they'd done for her was $72,000 a year. That's $72,000 for 1 month. No worries. My dad's retired military officer. They got TRICARE for life. Everything's being paid for. I'm sitting in my parents' kitchen hyperventilating. I have a $10,000 deductible on my health insurance. Thank God I wasn't injured in my car accident. No ambulance was called or anything else. I have 2 car payments. I have student loans because I went to graduate school. I have a mortgage. I have credit card debt, and I don't like my job. Right then and there, my mom and dad's kitchen, I called my friend Glenn, who had invited me to a real estate meeting in August of 2018, and I had told him I had put it on hold until 2019. I'm like, Glenn, I have to change my life today. He's like, Sally, I'm so glad you called. Next week, we're having a Christmas potluck dinner. Bring some food, a $5 gift, and meet my fellow real estate investors. I don't know about y'all, but going to a party where you don't know anyone, a little bit scary. Best decision of my life. In 2019, with my mentor Jay Tenbaum, I wholesaled 7 properties nationwide and paid off $184,000 in debt, completely debt free. Woohoo! And I had $50,000 sitting in my bank account for short term capital gains. I thought I was prepared. Now, fast forward to April 4th of 2020, my CPA calls me and says, Congratulations, Sally. Your tax bracket, whoops, wrong place. Your tax bracket went from 22% to 24%. Congratulations, not. I made more money. I owed more money. He said, with everything I had given to him, I was going to owe the federal government $97,000 in short-term capital gains. I had $50,000 sitting there. Make an appointment with him in Scottsdale late in the afternoon. Drive out there. He has paperwork for me to set up on a monthly payment plan. I sign the paperwork. I get my parking validated, go down to the parking garage, and I literally cried for 20 minutes. If you know geography, Scottsdale's east of Phoenix. At sunset, I have to drive back into the sunset with tears running down my face. It's April 2020, start of COVID. On April 1st, 3 of my properties did not pay me. I'm in a money crunch. I go to sleep. Excuse me. My Aunt Kitty in Ireland always says, sleep on it. I go to sleep saying, how am I going to pay $24,000 I don't have? Next morning, I wake up, 5 a.m., get online because I had read an article about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office, and I want to know more about that. I spent 5 months researching the Spendthrift Trust, and in September of 2020, I started both my business and my beneficial Spendthrift Trust. I also became the first female mastermind holder in my real estate group, teaching other investors how to save taxes. And let me show you, like I get to the right page because I'm showing you taxes. Give me 1 second. So my first house in the trust, my philosophy was I was going to get this bank-owned reverse mortgage in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, so I could write it off on my taxes. I bought it for $20,000, and when COVID restrictions got lifted, it was going to go for $50,000. That spread, the $30,000 spread in between, would be $7,110. So what I did was I literally Googled bill of sales. I did 1 bill of sale from my LLC to me for the Rocky Mount, North Carolina property. I did a second bill of sale from me to my trust for the Rocky Mount property. I went to the bank to get them notarized. I had $10 in my wallet, so I handed it to the banker. He made a note in his notebook that money was considered. He notarized both bill of sales, went home, scanned them. I'm in Phoenix. I scanned into the attorney in Raleigh, North Carolina. Next day, I get an email saying he needs the first page of my trust. When it finally went to auction on August 28th of 2021, it went from $50,000 to $64,326. Woohoo! Sally made $44,326 without lifting a hammer. My kind of real estate investing. But more importantly, at 24%, I got to save $10,368.24 that I reinvested into more real estate. I'm not crowing, but since September of 2020, I have wholesaled 28 properties. I have 12 notes. I have 3 rental properties and 3 seller financing properties, and I'm not paying taxes on any of it, and a crypto bot. So this is the beneficial trust. With the beneficial trust, it's for all U.S. investors. The 5 taxes you're going to save are capital gains, interest income, dividend income, rental income taxes, and royalty income taxes. This is just showing that if you make $50,000 in profits, short-term capital gains are a year or less, and they affect you if you're selling crypto, if you're a forex investor, if you're wholesaling, if you're fix and flipping, doing auction houses, or tax liens. So again, it's just like federal income taxes, 10% to 37%. Interest income taxes are also like federal income taxes, depending on your tax bracket. It affects you if you're a passive investor, if you're in mutual funds, if you're in a REIT, a forex investor, you get taxed twice. If you are my notes that I'm the paper on the house, people pay me their mortgage every month, or if you're doing creative financing or seller financing. Dividend income taxes, again, taxed just like federal income taxes, 10% to 37%. So if you're in the stock market, you're a day trader, you're an options trader, you're a futures trader, you're binary options trading, doing commodities, or you're living on dividends, you're going to save those taxes. Rental income taxes. Yes, you can put a property that's on depreciation or a property that's on cost averaging into the trust and continue doing that. But after that, you never have to worry about that again because you will be saving rental income taxes. Doesn't matter if it's short-term rental like Airbnb or vacation rentals, 5 doors, 10 doors, 20 doors, 30 doors, apartment buildings, multifamily buildings, commercial property, or if you're doing Airbnb arbitrage or rental arbitrage. And what's not on here is royalty income taxes. They're taxed a little bit less, 10% to 35%, 7 different layers, but that affects you if you are a musician, an actor, an actress, an author, an artist, if you're in the NFT world, if you have copyrights, patents, or intellectual property. The Beneficial Spendthrift Trust will save these taxes and they'll never have to be paid back again. It's amazing. Now, next slide is for the business trust. The business trust is for all U.S. business owners, U.S. entrepreneurs, U.S. franchisee owners, and U.S. 1099 income earners. You will legally save at least 90% on your federal income taxes yearly, and in 43 states no longer pay state income taxes. 7 states don't have taxes. Here are some examples. My mechanic in New Jersey, with the $3,039 he's saving every month, in September of 2024, he went to the local high school, interviewed some kids. He hired 2 kids to come in after school and on Saturdays to learn auto mechanics because his 3 grown children want nothing to do with his shop. My salon owner and has a salon school. She's making $1 million a year and she's saving $33,467 per month, which is more than some people make in a year. My Shopify owner is 23 years old when she started. She too went from 22% to 24%. That's why she was looking at this. She sells earrings. If she only keeps her store for the next 10 years and doesn't grow, she will have saved $173,000 in taxes she'll never have to pay back. The home inspection company in Ohio is saving $6,104 per month. A real estate broker in Illinois is saving $4,979. Then I made a presentation to his top 7 top agents who were making more than $100,000 a year, and they all bought us a Business Spendthrift Trust from me too. The broker is an affiliate of mine, so he made some money on that. The dentist in California is going to use the $2,483 he's saving per month to pay his student loans off. The HVAC owner, this came from a business broker. The business broker had a client who sold the company. He saved long-term capital gains. And then the gentleman who's buying the HVAC company, with the $20,052 he's saving per month, he's going to put 2 more trucks into the plan. This real estate agent, it's 1 house in August of 2023. I just saw her at a Christmas party, and she has sold 6 houses since then and saved federal and state income taxes. A business coach in Indiana is saving $4,893 per month. A chiropractor in upstate New York is saving $6,352. This Ohio sub shop owner had 2 locations. With the $40,122 he saved in 2024, he's opening a 3rd location. The Amazon store owner in Oregon is saving $4,701 per month. The commercial lighting salesman, funny story, he contacts me because he's only working 3 days a week, and we're saving him $3,615. Now he's going to be working 5 days a week, so he's saving more than that. And finally, a paid speaker in Iowa who's saving $3,510 per month. Now, long-term capital gains are either a year or more, and be 15% or 20%. So they affect you if you're selling an investment property, a baseball card, or your business. True story, a son saw a video of mine on TikTok, had his parents contact me. April of 2023, they sold their restaurant as is for $3 million. And April 15th of 2024, I'm not a CPA, so at 15%, they saved $450,000, or at 20%, they saved $600,000. It's worth having the spendthrift, that's a beneficial spendthrift trust. This is an actual client, a local pizzeria. I walked in cold February 2023. My friend Ingrid and I sat there and chit-chatted over a New York style white pizza, fabulous pizza. And Mario asked for a business card. They were doing their 2022 taxes. They knew they were making about $15,000 gross per month on the 2 locations, or $180,000 per year at 22% tax bracket. At 90%, that's worst case scenario, so they might be saving more than that. But at 90%, they're saving $27,193 per year. And then state income taxes in North Carolina is $7,710. With the $34,903 they saved in 2023, in 2024, they opened a 3rd location. 2025, they'll open a 4th location. When they retire in 3036, they're leaving 2 pizzerias to 1 adult child and 2 pizzerias to another adult child, no inheritance tax, and the adult children will continue to save federal and state income taxes. Now, every trust I sell, I do donate $100 to St. Mary's Food Bank in my mom's name because she grew up food insecure in Ireland. My grandfather died December 1939. I can palm a basketball. My mom was appalled that kids here go to bed hungry. If you would like to set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me, please do. It's www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. And my free class is on the Great Discovery at www.sallygimmon.com. I'm going to stop this recording right now. I'm going to say if you would like to ask me any questions, I'm here to help. Have a beautiful 2025. Take care.